All right, you're welcome back to this section. This section is going to be, I'm just going to paraphrase on something. We told you about the trading, so career trader. Good 18, you are lucky and it's fantastic. You want to be a career trader. And of course, I don't scalp, I swing trade. So, and the basic thing we're going to be doing, for those of you who would love to trade Forex and all of that, Dean of Forex is there. And then it's going to go around like 2 weeks marathon sections with him. And if you have started your Evergreen FFS though, and then with that, you have access to the 90 days game plan. Maybe while the 2 weeks marathon section is ongoing, we're going to make a plan for that. And then that will continue. And then on the crypto side, those of you love to trade future, and that's why we make available the app Coiners. Pastor was around yesterday. I'm sure maybe he's engaged now. But I'm going to do a lot of elaborations around it. The exchange platform is CoinW. Of course, I've sent a link to those of us on our forum before. If you're not on our forum and your friend invited you, ask him that the CoinW that guy was talking about in the training, can he give it to you? So tell him to sign up, please. And we have a policy and a strategy. And I'm begging everybody, if you are new to this training, we have a culture in Plan B. The culture we have in Plan B, so that if your leader is faulty of that, you can spot him to take correction. We have a culture, irrespective of who you are. When you come into Plan B, we respect the channel through which you come in. Sometimes the friend who invited you to Plan B may not be as sound as the people you meet there, but that doesn't make him insignificant or irrelevant. Don't cut corners. As long as any business is concerned, the first person you must contact for a link, if you have some affiliate system and all of that, is that person that invited you. So sometimes it has a way. That's why we say injury to one is injury to all. We build, that's why we say we build connected affiliate residual passive system. Connected affiliate system. Why? I've had a situation where sometimes people come around. It's out to be like a mystical and be, cornering people. And I will want us, when you're on our forum, either on Telegram or WhatsApp, and somebody who, number one, you are not, there's no personal relationship you have with that fellow. Number two, you have not done any business. It's not the one that invited you to the forum. And number three, in whatever dimension, and he just spot you and start chatting you. Hello, I'm so person. They are much like that. I have a business I want to show to you. And you fall gullible for such person. Well, if we get to know about those, we may take you off our platform. That means both you and that fellow, you are both of a feather. Because with the security of people and their profile and everything, we want to keep it safe and sound. So no accounts will anyone just jump from nowhere and start chatting you and say, I have a business for you. Because if you rock pull on you, you're absolutely responsible. I love at the point, I think something happened and somebody chatted with me that he lost money with somebody and all of that. I say what I say, he says it's from Plan B. I say any reasonable Plan B will not private chat you when he does not have personal thing to do with you before. Anyone who private chat you and just take advantage of it within the ecosystem of Plan B and say, I have this business for you. It's a fake Plan B. I can say that tomorrow. It's a fake one. No real Plan B is interested in those cut corners, gimmicks, and all of that. We don't do that. What we do is, if you have problem, talk on the group. You will have people, they will come up and just tell you. All right? So please, let's be careful. I need to chip this in and then to help us more. So the forum for, the future, and like I told us, I don't like scalping. But there's some of you may have all the time it takes, to stay with the market. Let me give us one secret, which I said yesterday. Listen, when you are trading in the market is a very fantastic place. Like even the Forex market, for instance, the market is a very fantastic place that, listen, the best time frame to understand the direction of the market, if you want to settle down, you want to trade either Forex or crypto, the best time frame to understand the direction of the market is monthly time frame. Now, you want to confirm to an extent where are the strong structure, allocating and recognizing the structure, you come down to week. Then daily will just give you, okay, basically where can be necessary entry and exit positions, are there possibility of where to enter, and then When you always have that, you take it from there and you now settle down to minimum of 1 hour time frame for your entry and exit position. You're going to help yourself more. Minimum, if not 4 hours, but you want to first of all check on daily or on monthly to know the real structure of the market. Okay, it will give you an edge to understand what is the real structure of the market. And then you can now draw from that, where are we? And then are we set to do this? Are we set to do that? Then eventually, you now go to weekly. I'm just giving us, so sometimes I look at people when you are scalping, and I'm going to tell you why do I need to go by that. Okay, you now want to identify some, important point, structures and all of that. And then you come back to daily to confirm it. And then you can decide to take your entry or, decision point of entry or exit on maybe, 4 hours or 1 hour time frame. Now, why this? You see, all these 15 minutes, if you are not, that's why software now can compete with the institutional, traders manipulation in the market, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and all of that. Listen, you can easily lose money when you are trading with those time frames. Why? Do you know why? Institutional traders don't manipulate 1 hour, 4 hours. It's difficult for them to go and manipulate those structures. But the most manipulated time frame they can always quickly chip in and exit and all that is usually all those 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minutes. And you can now see why you always lose money. And if I've checked all this and I check there's no good entry position, I will not enter. I will want to confirm that this time, at this point, at this structure is respected, at this social point and all of that, I'm going to enter. And after I enter, I stay with it. So that you don't kill yourself before your time. That's what kills a lot of people. Now, if you look at it now, for instance, if barely by just indicator like on this XRP, I was checked from back to back and back before I come and settle on 4 hours. Now, if my indicator is lacking, and then I'll have to wait for a particular signal from here, but I'm already in. What I can now do is to add position to it eventually. So please, when we're talking about traders and all of that, forget those people. I make 1,000% yesterday. Is that how he will make it for the next 2 years? Is that how he will make it for the next 5 years? No. It is better to be gradual, consistent, and achieve the result than to be hit and run and eventually get yourself destabilized. So CoinW, one of the things that make me to say, okay, those of us who want to trade future, I do not have time for scalping. You register, you verify your account, even if it's $100 or $200, you can fund it. And then, of course, we're going to start that on the, active trader. So on the Forex, we make provision of the broker, and then, Forex, we showed us dimension at which we're going to be going pari passu. And then the aspect of active trading, both the CoinW, maybe Binance and all of that, and then we'll go ahead. Then finally, the diversification. Always pay ripe attention, because we're going to be uplifting some of those, projects we have in our cash flow. Like we're entering January now, we're going to have the first event in January 23rd in Port Harcourt, and we're going to be unveiling to on our platform. You are in Port Harcourt, and everyone, of course, you can take advantage of it to come and learn. And then, going by the way, going forward, we put a lot of things together to help us. So then building the affiliate, please, I will always tell us, like, for us, like some persons that are not just wired to talk to people. It's still about orientation, because every good thing you have gotten today was disseminated to you, even if it's the Spirit of the Lord that ministered to you. But sometimes the vessels are going to be used to confirm the message. And that's why I tell, don't market, but you must share. You must share, no matter how. And I will tell you, over the years, you will see that when you share, you save yourself from a lot of things. I'm sure like some of our people in our forum, when it started, I told them, I said, you know why? Make sure you share to everybody around you. It was difficult for that fellow, but because he's a type of person, he's not a small boy, he's not a small person, but he just like, okay, since you say I should share. But at the end of the thing, he now saw the importance of the sharing. You know why? All the people that were mocking him were now, having issues. And over time, if he had not shared, they would tell him that he was wicked because he already knew that something like that was going to happen, and he intentionally not sharing because he already secured his own future. But it was plain for him to say, well, I share with you, you're the one that never took advantage of it as much as possible. Okay, so please, I will always say this, it is important you share, and then when you share, you help a lot, and you will still help yourself. So when I share, I still know my boundary. When I share with you and you are not interested in hearing more, I don't go for that. And then when I share and you don't want to listen, I don't force you to listen. But I owe everyone responsibility of sharing. And if you are a person that even understand the God we serve, you will know that every one of us are called to witness. And when you talk about witnessing, the message, any good things are to be witnessed. Anything good are to be witnessed. So you have to be a witness at all costs to make sure that people are being shared with. Okay, at this point in time, I'm going to let everyone unmute. Okay, you have questions? Please, if you have questions in all what we have interacted about, you can put up your hands and then we unmute you to ask your question. Please put up your hands if you have questions in all areas we have discussed, and then we can unmute you to ask your question very quickly. And if you want to make on the chat box, you can tap on the chat box to ask your question, whatever question you want to ask. Please quickly do that. Okay, no question? Are we saying we got everything? We got it, the value was added, and we got the information clearly spoken? Please ask your question right now. Let me quickly go back, and you want to share a particular token, if I can still find it. Where is this token? I cannot find it. Never mind. If I cannot find it, I can send it to us. Okay.
I think that today is the last day for everybody's day.
Yeah. So, okay, Durui K, please, you can ask your question. Unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you for the intelligent lecture we just have. What I want to ask, you mentioned about Dean, Faculty of Science that came around. Is it that before he would lecture us for the 90 days, we will subscribe? Without subscription, are we not entitled to the lecture?
Okay, thank you very much. We are doing that for the first 2 weeks though. The first 2 weeks is actually meant to be for the ecosystem, everyone. We don't want to limit it. I will have to ask him anyway, but the way we actually wanted it is that, we have 4 segments. We expect that for you to be able to flow well, you have a backup that is doing irrespective of your own emotion. Because certainly when you start and while we are putting you through, certainly when you are doing practice, because you won't going to be on demo continually, you will certainly lose some money because emotion will set in. So eventually, your passive income system can have a backup for you. Just like I did mention, even when I have my passive income system, I pick out money to take advantage of opportunity coin. Like now, I bought Midas as a dump of this issue that's happening. Like I have investment on season, but when the price came down crazily, I bought from outside. I still have new investment I did. Even my back office, I still have some USDT that I converted, and I'm waiting for it to come down. But it was creating a very strong, a very, very, very strong, support at its where. So for now, I think basically, okay, Dino Forrest, can you unmute yourself and answer that? How do you think? Because I think that we make a mention of what we wanted to do about that before that. So can you answer that, sir?
All right, Nkiru, it's not Dean of Science, it's Dean of Forest.
Dean of Forest. I said Dean of Forest.
No, you said science. You said science.
He said science.
Science and forest are the
Don't
same
worry
thing
now,
now.
Mr. Eke. Mr. Eke, I will give you complimentary
Don't worry,
University of
she's my
Technology.
person. She's my person. She's my person.
Bro, you become a vice chancellor of Forest.
She's my person. That's why I can repeat that. Okay, so what we are going to be doing, the 2 weeks fast track, we did one in this second week, started second week of December. Okay, that was for a group of persons, and we're going to do another one in January running into February. So it's going to be for everybody, as much persons as are ready. All right, we're talking about basic. Okay, so it's a foundational course. All right, for you to understand how to navigate the forest market. Okay, so it's going to be for everybody, as much persons that are ready to be part of it. It's going to be for everybody, not at a cost.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So lucky you, you love that, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank
And I
you,
hope you are
sir.
going to utilize it.
Thank you, Dean of Forest. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Dean, faculty of Forest.
Our academy is moving.
So guys, look at what I was saying. Like, this is Sisu. I have to buy from external wallet. Why I have a lot in my back office that I was doing. Now, this is the point. Having seen the structure it was forming, I have to buy as much as possible I was able to buy. And I expected a pullback from here. It didn't respect it. It got it broken. And then you can see that it's forming a very strong support, as it were. You understand? Even having seen a lot of resistance ahead of it, I said, okay, no problem. The one I have bought, I sold. And the one that I earned when the price was down here, I equally sold some of them. And then two-way things. If the market can crash down, which I was praying, go answer my prayer, I will buy more, right? The one I've sold externally and the one I have sold internally at the back end. But what happened? If you refuse, I made some money already. That's it. Now, but all of these, if you're able to break all of these things, that means no problem. The one I'm earning within this region now that is a bit, very tough for it, I won't touch them. I will just leave them to be, right? Now, what about the one I bought externally? I've sold some, which are in profit, and the remaining one is just there. So if eventually go up again, I will either sell. Now, why do I need to bring this out? I take personal responsibility of my business. Personal responsibility of my business, it's what helps you to build wealth. And most time, people, when you even hear about passive income and all of that, you just heard what CNN was talking about. I'm sure because he's into the financial sector and all of that, and he can tell you how many kind of global companies and the way they do their things. The question you ask yourself is that, how much money do I have to play around with to be able to cope with these guys the way they are doing? So at your own pace, you settle down and take advantage of things in their time and season. And then with that, you're able to generate more cash, and then you can always play the game, the interest, and move on here and there and all of that. So if you don't do that, opportunity will be staring at you, money will be looking at you, and you will do nothing. I think similar thing happens on what's this called? ULX, right? Now, many of us are still farming ULS right now, okay? We're still farming ULS right now. But what happened? How many people farmed? And even the people who do not, okay, you can see ULS now is now coming again. Can you see? Now, to tell you that, okay, can you see?
We are watching the guy. We are watching the guy.
So you can see a very nice structure, ULX, created eventually. dump down, and then you can see, say, man, you see what? I'm making my way back up. Right? I'm just trying to make my way back up and all of that. But so in this period of time, what have you been able to do? Even in respect to those coins. So that's why I said, even the bear market is some people's boom market. Why when the bear market, somebody will do 100% on the coin, somebody will do 1,000% on the coin. You ask yourself, where am I? It's the same industry, the same coin you are staring at. And then somebody will be making insane money. So please, we are starting this 2023 in a very big dimension that I want everybody to be self-committed, be personal. I'm not saying you should be wicked to your neighbor. I've told you, you owe everybody sharing opportunity. You must share. Let it be made known to them to fulfill righteousness. But you owe no one to convince. You don't need to convince anybody. You share, you move. Either it has affiliate or it doesn't have affiliate. Like for instance, when we did the ULX, the farming does not have affiliate, but it's taking an affiliate and all of that. So people bought in and all of that. I can tell you that some people who did the farming were able to scoop out some money to now do the maybe staking and all of that. Some of us can leave the staking there for the 5 years and all of that. And at a point, when you do not utilize time and season in a particular opportunity, if it has a wrong thing, eventually you'll be affected because you do nothing when there were so much things. Just like the example we're saying, what if Evergreen FFS just wake up after maybe next year, July, and probably there will be 1 year, for instance, and then decide to say, well, we are no longer taking $200 as membership fee. Those of us who are there will not be affected because we're already there. And some other people, because of the kind of activities they see happening, nothing is expensive. The challenge is that you may not be able to afford it. You will now see people who will be rushing. You say, this thing is expensive now. Why are they rushing it? We just heard what CNN was talking about. And I told you people, nobody should, if you start telling me things, somebody can bear me witness in this forum, that we have done a lot of robot systems that they didn't create some of those things. I can tell you, they didn't create some of those things for retail trader, for common people. That's why the rich will get richer, the poor will get poorer. Why? They know that institutional investors that can take risk and can lump sum of money. They know that people with small money always have big problems and give more troubles. But people with big money have less troubles. Sorry, I'm not stereotyping anyone with that, but people with big money have less trouble because they're always thinking of how to make their money back. But people with small money always have big troubles. I'm telling you honestly speaking. They will tell you this, my money now, I don't know what he has done. After the whole thing they told me, and now this is not what I'm seeing again. I'm seeing another. You will just complain from. So they offer all manner of complaints. So, and people who have a long way to go, they don't have energy for that. They just allow it to be. Look at what this guy say. What? Flat of how much? Look at the boat. Flat 125,000 subscription fee per annum. Per 5. The minimum they expect to, if you are an institution that they have recognized, that have strength and all of that, was 500,000, if not $1 million. And when you do that, you are now going to be paying 25% performance fee. Now, 125 is the membership, just like the Evergreen FS of $200 is the membership. Then performance fee is 20% of anything they make. This one, say it is not enough for you to pay 125,000, but you must have minimum of 500,000 when you have finished all the negotiation in your account. You now ask yourself, where will I see the money? Okay, if I raise 125,000, you can't raise $125,000 as subscription for 1 year on a platform, and you want to trade with only even that 500,000. You want to trade with $2 million. So where's the money? You can hear what Senna was saying, had used a boat for 8 to 9 years. And I tell you, if you are not close to him, you can't know, because why? Those things are meant for institutions. So now it's a privilege most time that when we meet things, we always want people settle down, pay rapt attention, follow it, learn more, and be able to breathe as much as possible. Okay, it's possible. Okay. I'll start using it later. Yes, of course, it's possible. You can take advantage of the promo and then later you connect your boats. That was why we have been telling everybody that please, they should leverage now in activating their evergreen FFS, even when they have not gotten their money for funding their equity. Not that when we know that yes, fine, $200 and $50. $50, if you want to fund your account with $500 and you have $450, still not, you will not be happy. So if you have a place where $50 can come, $50 in Nigerian Naira now, you know how much it is. So why not? You can say, okay, thank you. I can use that as an advantage to add up for myself. All right. So since we do not have any question, thank you very much. So we're going to unveil to us. Get prepared. Okay. Okay. So get prepared, everyone, especially those of us on private mentorship and Be With Me. I've been working on so many things, templates that we're going to be using for 2023. It's like we're starting a new phase. And so please, I beg us, pay rapt attention. Nobody wants to, for me, I don't want to have a situation where we are not carried along. We need to be carried along. We need to work together as a family to achieve common goal. Yes, fine. Everyone will not get it at the same time. But I want to beg again. When some of your colleagues or your friends had made it, rejoice with them. Don't frown your face because yours has not come. What I know is that anytime you wake up, it's your good morning, okay? Now, those of us who maybe God have blessed you, God have made it and all of that, don't laugh at the person who have not made it because the beautiful one are not yet born. This is a space where we don't have competition of destiny. It's wide, you can do at your own pace. And don't always look at it that until you have all the whole money before you start. Be very careful about that. All right. And sometimes when you don't have so much money, on the free general forum, always pay attention of information shared. When you don't understand, ask questions. If you don't know who to ask, at least there's somebody who bring you there. And then if you type question, and I want to curtail us too. When you are asking question, if you're asking question like a mockery, nobody will answer you because they can read your body language. If somebody will say, come in and say, what is even happening here, Seth? It's like here is dead. Though. If you are lucky when they didn't strike you to remove you out, you may not have attention of anyone because they are busy. They are like me. 24 hours not to a day for me. So when you want to ask question and they know that just a kind of confused mockery, if you come to a forum, I'm new here. Where do I start? You can ask those question. Where do I start? I started this thing the other day. I don't know what's happening. How do I go about it? You will see somebody who will attend to you. If there are things that you need to go and enroll, because in Plan B, let me quickly share with us as I wrap up. If a platform, if are things you need to start enrolling, just like now we're telling people to leverage on the marathon we'll be running on Forex. A time will come now, you come to Plan B, you are going to see how much you will pay for the Forex class. Dean of Forex have been teaching a lot of people now for more than how long, have been doing that so passionately. Now, when time will come and say, I even know when did they teach us free now? Is it not free again? And all of that. So if you pay for it, you pay attention. And so please, let's utilize opportunity as much as possible. So there are things that may be more critical that even the person you are asking do not understand it. Then that may lead you to go and enroll for training and get it proper, okay? So if you think you are going to be asking questions of some deeper technical thing or deeper, more professional things and all of that, that if the person is going to attend to you, is going to cost him even his own business time and days and hours, then it may be difficult. But some of those literally two minor things. So you have our courses here, you have private mentorship, the Be With Me, the Crypto Academy. It doesn't matter if you're on private mentorship, you are covered on everything. So, but if you are new with me and you do not know basic thing, you need to go back to the Crypto Academy, the basic, the intermediate, and all of that, and so many other things that you can learn. Okay, so please, it's important. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your coming. And so please go back now and meet the person who invited you, all right? And ask him, now I've heard, and I want to start. Take the link for all the necessary stuff and get started, and let's work together as a family so that we can achieve better results. All right, so since we don't have questions, and if there's no any question, no contributions and all of that, do we have anyone who want to give word of encouragement or your testimony and all of that? If you are, you can, right? You can unmute yourself and say something to us. We want to wrap up 4:15, so you have 4 minutes to do that. Thank you very much. Anyone?
Okay, thank you, sir. I bought a lovely coin. It went from $500 to $30 over the night. The thing jumped over to around 5,000 plus. So that's a good testimony. So I was following the coin. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Happy New Year. See you next year.
See you next year.
See you next year.
See you next year.
Next year,
My August CNN.
See you next year.
Don't worry, no, you will not go school, but with the chop money.
Now so.
We not go school with the shop money.
Now so, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Long time.
It's been a long time, seriously.
Yeah, I've been with you for many years, but I haven't really participated.